Now, this part of the lawsuit, and I'm sorry, Jones versus Combs, part 11. This part of the lawsuit gets more into the sexual assault and sexual harassment. So, this second cause of action is saying that it's specifically against Mr. Combs, aka Diddy. All right. Now I just got through reading the top part to you in part 10, and we saw that the plaintiff is asking for all those things. And also, the plaintiff says, hell, I want a service award or something because I'm bringing to light all this criminal activity that's been rumored and talked about for years, but has never been proven. I got the proof. So leave me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Also, please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel, you guys. It definitely helps me. All right, you guys, we're going to go on through 21. Second cause of action. Again, this is sexual assault and sexual harassment against Diddy. And this is, again, the plaintiff Rodney Jones. Okay. Mr. Jones incorporates by reference all preceding paragraphs and realleges them as set forth fully herein. As described above, Mr. Combs frightened and placed plaintiff in apprehension of harm when he physically and sexually assaulted him from October the 22nd to October the 23rd in Diddy's home in Miami, New York, United States Virgin Islands, and Los Angeles. So, you guys, I read to you everything that was there. They never said that he specifically had been sexually assaulted as far as penetration. So I don't know if that's what he's meaning or he's not meaning that. Let's continue to read. Diddy forcibly touched and attempted and or threatened to touch plaintiff's intimate areas and or touch plaintiff with his own intimate body parts. I'm going to stop and do a trigger warning because this, as I'm scanning this, it might be a little difficult for some of you to listen to. Mr. Combs violently gripped and palmed Mr. Jones' anus and crouched without consent. Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom and watch Mr. Combs as he showered. Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to work in the studio while Mr. Combs stripped naked to get his body massaged. Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to work while Mr. Combs walked around naked. Do y'all know what it means to have somebody forcibly touch your anus? Like, it's your anus, okay? Oh. As a result of Mr. Combs' conduct, plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer harm, including physical injury, severe emotional distress, humiliation, anxiety, and other consequential damages for which he is entitled to an award of monetary damages and other relief. The conduct of Mr. Combs described above was willful, wanton, and malicious. At all relevant times, Mr. Combs acted with conscious disregard for plaintiff's rights and feelings, acted with the knowledge of or with reckless disregard for the fact that his conduct was certain to cause injury and or humiliation to plaintiff and intended to cause fear, physical injury, and or pain and suffering to plaintiff. By virtue of the foregoing, plaintiffs entitled to recover punitive damages. Third cause of action, California's bystander negligent infliction of emotional distress against Mr. Combs and defendant Justin Combs. Now, up to now, I was wondering why Justin was named in the lawsuit, because Justin is part of the RICO enterprise, which means he actually solicited, and again, I have to keep saying alleged, this is part of the lawsuit. Justin solicited underage girls and sex workers, okay? But why is he named in this particular lawsuit as a defendant? So it's a bystander, negligent infliction of emotional distress. Mr. Jones incorporates by reference all preceding paragraphs and realleges them as if set forth fully herein. Mr. Jones brings this claim against Mr. Combs and Jay Combs for the Chalice Recording Studio shooting of G. The elements of bystander nide are is closely related to the injury victim, is present at the scene of the injury producing event at the time it occurs, and is then aware that it is causing injury to the victim, and as a result suffers serious emotional distress, a reaction beyond that which would be anticipated in a disinterested witness and which is not abnormal response to the circumstances. As described above, Mr. Jones was 2 feet away from G as either Justin Combs or Diddy shot him multiple times in the restroom at Chalice Recording Studios. As detailed above, Mr. Jones was the only individual that aided G as he laid on the bathroom floor in a fetal position, bleeding out. As detailed above, Mr. Combs and Justin Combs orchestrated a cover-up and through Fahim Muhammad lied to the LAPD and forced Mr. Jones and all the other attendees of the writers' camp to lie to the police as well. Mr. Combs and Jay Combs knew that they shot G in the restroom and that G was shot as he was leaving the studio. Mr. Combs and Justin Combs' intentional deception caused a delay in G receiving immediate medical care as the ambulance parked 3 blocks away from Chalice Recording Studio out of fear that there was an active shooting. Mr. Jones had to run down the block and convince them that the shooting had ended. These events traumatized Mr. Jones. It caused Mr. Jones to suffer from insomnia, PTSD, severe anxiety, and depression. Additionally, the fear and silence from the remaining witnesses aided in the reinforcement of Mr. Jones' statements that he is, of Mr. Combs' statements that he is untouchable. As a result of Mr. Combs and Jay Combs' conduct, Plaintiff Jones has suffered and continues to suffer harm, including severe emotional distress, anxiety, and other consequential damages for which he is entitled to an award of monetary damages and other relief. Okay, so now we know. Justin was there. So if you guys recall, G was a friend of Justin's. At the Chalice Recording Studio where there was a writer's camp, Diddy, G, Justin went in the bathroom, shots rang out. Diddy and Justin jetted, but not before Diddy was like, hey, let them know, drive-by shooting happened outside. Fahim Muhammad, as you know, is a cover-up guy. And that's why we have Justin being named in a lawsuit. The conduct of Mr. Combs and Jay Combs described above was willful, wanton, and malicious. At all relevant times, Mr. Combs and Jay Combs acted with conscious disregard for plaintiff's rights and feelings, acted with the knowledge and or with reckless disregard for the fact that their conduct was certain to cause injury to plaintiff and intended to cause fear, physical injury, and or pain and suffering to plaintiff. By virtue of the foregoing, plaintiff is entitled to recover punitive damages. All right, now we have the 4th cause of action. Sexual assault against Jane Doe 1. So also in the lawsuit, there were some Jane and Joe Does named like 1 through 10, but they didn't name names. I forgot about all those people. Anyway, if you guys remember, Thanksgiving 2022, Young Miami's cousin was there. And basically she attempted to perform oral sex on plaintiff Rodney Jones, and he declined. She followed him throughout the house, stripping naked and straddling him. So this is, I guess, where the sexual assault comes in. But they never give her actual name. But there is pictures, like you see her in the picture. This is crazy. Mr. Jones incorporates by reference all preceding paragraphs and realleges them as if set forth fully herein. As described above, Jane Doe 1 frightened and placed plaintiff in apprehension of harm when she physically and sexually assaulted him on Thanksgiving Day 2022 in Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida. I'm going to run out of time, guys. Please carry on to part 12.